I don't care about the Epstein Files. Yeah, I said that. I don't care about Jeffrey Epstein. I don't care about what happened on his island. I don't care if Trump was there. I don't care if Bill Clinton was there. I don't care about anything that supposedly happened on that island at all. And you know why? That's because none of it makes any difference in my life whatsoever. And if you really think about it, nothing that supposedly happened on Epstein's island makes any difference in your life either. So why should anyone care at all? Why is the mainstream media trying to get everyone to care so much? Because quite frankly, let me be honest, I don't give a flying fart about what's on those Epstein files. I really don't. I don't care if they come out and say, Bill Clinton slept with 66.6 minors on Epstein's island. Ooh, don't care. Doesn't make any difference in my life. I don't care if they come out and say Donald Trump slept with 33.3 minors on Epstein's island during some big time bougie party. Don't care. It makes no difference in my life at all. And if they were to come out and say that on these Epstein files, there is proof that Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein himself had a three-way 69 session with 369 minors, I still don't give a shit. And you know why? Because first off, I don't believe in anything that they're coming out with as far as these Epstein files are concerned. That's right. I think it's a bunch of bullshit, personally. Because first off, the mainstream media, they've been known to lie. Second off, the government, they've been known to lie as well. So when it comes to the mainstream media pushing some story over and over and over again, that's one of the quickest ways for me to believe that it's a bunch of bullshit. And this is no exception. So we have a billionaire who supposedly had this island, and he would fly in other billionaires and millionaires and elites and whatnot. And they would have these freaky deaky parties and do all sorts of crazy things behind the scenes. Here's the deal. I've never been to this island. You've never been to this island. I'm never going to go to this island. You are never going to go to this island. I've never met Jeffrey Epstein or any of these politicians or elites. And you haven't met any of these people either. So let's be honest. When it comes to the mainstream media talking about what went down at some elitist parties on some elitist island, who really gives a shit? Ask yourself this. What does it change in your life? Does anything change in your life if you find out that Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were scissoring each other in front of a bunch of minors during some crazy cuckoo party on Epstein's island? Does it change anything in your life whatsoever? No, it doesn't. And it doesn't change anything in my life. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm making this video, to let everybody know that I don't care about the Epstein files. I mean, come on, y'all. How do we even know that these Epstein files are even real? You never even heard about Jeffrey Epstein until the television started telling you about him. You never even heard of Epstein's Island until the television told you about Jeffrey Epstein and that he had this island where all this stuff takes place. So if you think about it, the mainstream media is the one holding all the cards. And their final card, they're going to release these Epstein files that are so important, which we all should care so much about. But we have to be good little debt wage slaves, and we have to wait patiently. That's right. They want all of us debt wage slaves at the bottom in the rat race to beg for these Epstein files while they dangle them like a piece of cheese to a bunch of rats. Come on, y'all. Follow my lead. I'll be the first one on the internet to step up and make this video. I don't give a shit about the Epstein files. I'm going to yell it. I don't care about your bullshit Epstein files. I wish more people would follow my lead. If more people expressed how they don't give a flying fart about these files, then perhaps they wouldn't try so hard to shove them down our throat. The problem is we got a whole lot of sheeple who are begging for these files as if the mainstream media is going to tell you the truth about what happened on some billionaire's island, right? Some guy who supposedly unalived himself while on unalive watch in prison, right? And then they get people to run down all these rabbit holes with these conspiracy theories. Epstein didn't unalive himself. No, it was a professional hit job. Y'all, we have to ask ourselves this very serious and real question. How do we even know Jeffrey Epstein ever even existed? Right? As far as the story they're telling, this could be some made-up character on the world stage, and everything that supposedly happened on his island could be total fabricated, scripted bullshit. How would you know? How would you know any different? When was the last time you went to Epstein's island and did your own investigation? Right? So again, the mainstream media holds all the cards, and the mainstream media is controlled by the government. Both the government and the mainstream media have been known to lie. So once again, why should anyone fucking care what's in these Epstein files? So I'm going to lead the way. I am going to carry the I don't give a shit about the Epstein's files flag. That's right. I'm going to carry this flag into battle. And I know there's going to be a bunch of butt-hurt sheeple who think it matters so much. This guy's trying to cover up for the Epstein files. It's such a big deal. Don't you know that the evil, radical, lefty Democrats did a bunch of bad things on Epstein's island? That's not true. It's a bunch of Republicans and Trump. They were the ones hanging out on Epstein's island. Trump and Epstein were best buddies, and they did all sorts of crazy things at Epstein's parties on his island, right? They get you to make up all this stuff in your own mind about what you supposedly think happened on some elitist's island. Again, they can make all this shit up. And how would you know any better? It's best to go into this sort of thing knowing that it's most likely all bullshit and that it doesn't matter at all. So that's the stance I'm going to take. Now I know there's going to be a whole bunch of butt-hurt sheeple who are going to have a problem with what I'm saying. And if you are one of those butt-hurt sheeple, let me know in the comment section down below how butthurt you really are. Let me know all about why you think these Epstein files are so important. Let me know what difference it actually makes in your life, if any at all. Let me know all about it in the comments section down below. But for the rest of y'all who agree with me, do me a favor, slam that thumbs up button. If this message resonates with you, if you also don't give a shit about the Epstein files, do me the highest honor of hitting the thumbs up button right now. Stand with me in agreement by slapping the thumbs up button. I would like nothing more than to see thousands upon thousands of thumbs up with people agreeing with me. And if you made it this far in the video, please make sure you are subscribed with the bell turned on so you get all the notifications when I upload content. and I will see all of you in the next video. Peace.